Well, I'm a big fan, a longtime fan,
Thanks.
since the 80s of your work, which is hard to believe that you could be a fan of you since the 1980s. Does that ever freak you out that you've got fans from the 90s? Because you've been doing this since you were a kid.
I've been doing it that long. You're happy to have any fans still, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got a lot of fans here. And,
Thank you.
As I said, Academy Award-winning actor, starred in so many great films, Once Upon a Time in America, Labyrinth, Requiem for a Dream, A Beautiful Mind, and then your new film is called Shelter.
Yes.
Which opens in theaters tomorrow, where you play a homeless woman. Is this the most challenging role you've ever played? Because you really threw yourself body and soul into this, I think.
It was really, it was very challenging. It felt like it was an amazing opportunity. I thought it was a beautifully written character. The circumstances of her life are certainly incredibly different from the circumstances of my life, gratefully. And so I had a lot to work with, and but it was fun. It was fulfilling. You know, it was. Just remind you why you're doing this as an actor. You know, when you have that kind of freedom and you're given that much responsibility and that much faith and respect as from a director.
Well, there was a particular freedom in this movie. I think, from my point of view, you tell me what it feels like to be an actress. You've been performing since you were 11 or something like that?
Yeah, I did my first movie when I was 11.
When you were 11 years old. And that was Once Upon a Time in America, right? No slouch right there. That's an amazing film to start with.
The film was amazing. I had no clue what I was doing, nor do I really now, but, but I was kind of along for the ride, but it was an amazing ride.
But for, for a young girl and for women in Hollywood, like, there are certain standards of beauty you have to maintain your entire career, and at least from the outside. And obviously, it doesn't seem hard for you. You're a beautiful woman, but this role, that wasn't the goal, to look beautiful in this.
Yeah, that's not what I was going for.
No, you were not, and you achieved it. I just want to say that
Thank
you achieved not beautiful, which isn't easy for a beautiful person to do, because I saw, did you see Time Out of Mind, Richard Gere's film?
I haven't, I really want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a brilliant performance as a homeless man in it, but the entire time I kind of thought, that's shabby chic. He makes that... He still made it look good as Richard Gere.
And you're saying I just look shabby.
You did not look good. You just look plain shabby.
Just shabby.
Is that a relief at all to go, like, I can absolutely just let myself go, throw myself in, and not care what angle the camera captures me?
Well, I like not thinking about. That's important to me. That's kind of liberation, feeling like I'm not self-conscious of my, it's nice feeling that and just focusing on being in the scene. I lost a lot of weight, so I looked very unhealthy in the movie, and
that sucks.
That
because
sucks?
If you get to be in a movie where you don't have to care about how you look, why not like someone addicted to brownies or something like that? like De Niro in Raging Bull. Work your way through Italy eating pasta sauces.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Did you panhandle at all? When you in character, did you have to go out there?
We had scenes. There's one sequence in the beginning of the film where I'm in Astor Place.
Here in New York.
Yeah, and we got there very early in the morning, and I kind of set up my thing, and the crew was across the street with a long lens, and I just sort of did my thing there, and people. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I don't know if we're allowed to do that, actually, but that's what we did.
Sure, let's just say you can.
Okay, let's say you can.
So you were actually out there with the sign?
I was out there with the sign, and and people were coming up. And
did they recognize you as Jennifer Connelly at all?
Some people, after a while, but not for a long time.
Did it come up and say, "I love you, and your beautiful mind. Here's $5. Get back on your... Take care of yourself." Take care of yourself.
I didn't. Anthony Mackie, who's in the movie with me, I heard a story that he relayed a story, something like that, where someone that he knew recognized him and was like, "Oh, Anthony, sorry." But I didn't have that. I did have a woman. I felt really conflicted about it. I had a sign in the movie. It says, "I used to be someone," and a woman came up to me very earnestly and sort of touched my shoulder and said, "You still are someone," and gave me my exactly. That's how I
lovely.
felt.
That's lovely.
It's lovely, and I felt like a creep. I did. I felt.
Why?
Because you feel a little creepy. Do I take the money? Do I?
Because you feel like you're lying to the woman?
Yeah.
But acting is all lying. You're gonna take her $12 this weekend when she goes to see it. You're taking her $12 then. Can't have it both ways.